Anthony Leone entering this final in great form. He's won 5 of his last 6 fights. Silva also in outstanding form, enters on a 12-fight winning streak. We'll do the numbers now. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
Look at the reach advantage of Rafael Silva. Will he keep Leone at distance? We'll use those long arms to take him down. We'll see.
Again, we'll go back to Bellator cage announcer Michael Williams.
Here at Visalia Convention Center, Bellator MMA now presents a bantamweight tournament final. 3 5-minute rounds brought to you by Robert Rodriguez's Machete Kills in theaters October 11th. And now, introducing the red corner first, at 5'8", weighing in at 136 pounds even. His professional record, 20 victories, only 3 defeats. From Camboriú, Santa Catarina, Brazil, Rafael Morcego Silva. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 5'6", weighing in at 135.7 pounds. As a professional, 13 victories, 5 defeats. He fights out of Center Mall Riches, New York, Anthony Leone. And the referee in charge of the action, Big John McCarthy.
The winner of this final claims this Bellator bantamweight tournament. The bigger prize, a world title fight versus Bellator's reigning 135-pound world champ, Eduardo Dantas. Here we go with round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Both guys have solid submission games. The difference might be who's better on the feet.
Rafael Silva in the white trunks, Anthony Leone in the green trunks. Silva missing with that 1-2. Busy hands defensively, Jimmy, for Leone. Spinning back kick misses the mark.
Going in that capoeira, letting him know it's there. Both guys hands high. I think they really respect the striking of the other. Nice defense there by Silva. Good slip of those punches. But Leone not afraid to throw. I think he's confident he's the better wrestler, can stop the takedown of Silva.
Silva trying to establish his low kicks. Feeling out process, Jimmy, to start this fight.
Well, both guys are quick. You know, they have good reaction times. They're seeing one another's punches. They're both throwing. They're not waiting. Both guys have good awareness, good defense.
See Silva trying to snap that left jab.
One of the things I like about the bantamweight division is the speed of these guys' combinations.
There's the Silva left jab. Shot to double leg in this takedown.
Very good timing on that takedown by Silva.
You see Silva tying up and controlling the legs of Leone.
In front choke position. Oh, God, has a near side cradle. That's pure wrestling. Don't see it a lot in MMA. Leone's about to power back to his feet. That's his strategy, but Silva won't let him. Back to butterfly guard.
Silva just forcing Leone down. See Leone from butterfly guard position, now crossing his ankles, but trying to keep Rafael Silva close and out of punching distance. Leone nearly gave his back.
Close to the fence, he might still have it. He doesn't.
Leone keeps trying to turn. Silva trying to turn with him, and look for that rear naked choke.
He might have it, and he slipped out. That can be finished without hooks, kind of a bulldog choke, they call it. Newton Militich for the old school fans. Good pressure so far by Silva. I was about to say, but fell into triangle. Remember, in his last fight, Rodrigo Lima had him in a lot of trouble with a lot of different submissions. I was really impressed by his defense.
It's work. Come on.
He is still in trouble, Sean.
John McCarthy telling both fighters to work.
He's out.
Silva again trying to take the back of Leone.
He has it. Both hooks in.
Looking for the standing rear naked choke. Down it finishes Rafael Silva. Final minute, round number 1. Only looking to escape partially.
Great balance so far by Silva, though, staying on top.
Absolutely, Jimmy. Leone was able to escape the standing rear naked choke, but you see Silva matching him turn for turn. Silva trying to suck in the ankle. Very tight ground game for Rafael Silva.
Very tight, good ankle control.
Fighter so quick. Leone trying to explode up, now looking for his own double leg. Silva, big wide base, trying to keep this standing. Good round 1. Bellator veteran J.J. Ambrose working the corner tonight of Anthony Leone. Next Friday night, live on Spike, we'll see Ambrose versus David Rickles in his home state of Kansas.
It's not an easy fight for either guy. It's going to be a great fight.
Tricky round number 1 to score, Jimmy. What'd you think?
I thought 10-9 Silva, because of that ground control on top. Got both hooks in. I liked his jiu-jitsu.
Throughout the month of October, you'll see the Bellator fighters pink on their gloves. That's for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Jimmy.
I'm glad you're saying cancer this time around. Is it Breast Awareness Month last time? I was like, come on, that's every month, Sean.
Paging Dr. Freud. Or Dr. Kinsey, or Drs. Masters and Johnson.
Now you're losing everybody completely.
I don't think Virginia Johnson actually was a doctor.
Stay with breast awareness. That's an easy one. I'm very aware of breasts.
Can't wait to see my Twitter feed after the show on that one.
Now, I liked Leone's corner in between rounds. Told him, you lost that first round. I need you to hit him in this second round. So expect him to be more aggressive on the feet.
Round number 2, Bellator Bantamweight Tournament Final. This round is brought to you by Punishment Athletics. Next up for the winner, a world title shot versus Eduardo Dantas.
Silva's been very effective with that lead jab. Leone's done well with the hook and that overhand right, but Silva's done well with the jab.
There's some capoeira from Rafael Silva, but misses the mark. I always think those types of kicks, though, send a message to the opponent.
You got to be careful. You got to keep your hands up. I can hit you from anywhere. Like I said, that right. Overhand right, left hook. Those have been his punches.
Snap left jab from Silva. That punch starting to be there.
Another right hand.
It's there for Leone.
Leone just puts everything into that overhand right.
See, he hits big and he misses big with that overhand right.
That's the problem.
It's more of a clubbing shot.
A lot of that on the shoulder, but it counts. It counts for the judging. Man, just bullying forward with that takedown.
The artist will fight to the finish. An epic live tattooing challenge, a show that Jimmy Smith has been on, Ink Master. Fantastic show. You can see it 9 p.m. Eastern Time, only on Spike.
I love it, man. My boy Kyle Dunbar. I'm going to get another piece from him soon.
Watch where it's at.
Silva again trying to be very aggressive, very sticky with his top game.
No, that's one thing he's had. A lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, a lot of Luta Livre guys don't have is that solid wrestling. Had no fear going in for the takedown and finishing well.
Leone just trying to control Silva from his bottom position. That's to keep Silva out of striking distance. That's a good pass to side
Slick
control.
guard pass. Crowd can boo all they want. That was a nice guard pass.
Not sure who they're booing or why they're booing.
I appreciate a good guard pass myself. And that's what we mean by pressure. A lot of guys would have just accepted that role, and he didn't.
Both hooks in now for Rafael Silva. He is thinking rear naked choke to win this tournament final.
Hard to do from this position, though. He's got to put his hips in to flatten Leone out again.
Leone to one knee. Final minute, round number 2. A lot of time for Silva to find this choke.
You got to remember, it's a close round up until this point. Once again, he's on top, putting pressure on Anthony Leone.
Still to come tonight, you will see both Bellator Season 9 heavyweight tournament semifinals, including our main event, Czech Congo versus Mark Godbeer. The boos, Silva doesn't care. He has both hooks in.
Oh, he's doing well. Looking for the rear naked choke. Not going to get it.
Couldn't find it. He went for it when he heard the clapboards bang. 10 seconds in the round, but Silva ends the round on top. The Bellator cage tonight is in Visalia, California. That's the hometown of that man you see on your screen, Doug Marshall. November 15th, Revel in Atlantic City. Marshall versus the champion Alexander Shlemenko for the Bellator 185-pound world title. This for the Bellator 135-pound tournament final. The winner advances to face bantamweight world champion Eduardo Dantas. Jimmy through 2 rounds.
I gave both rounds to Silva. 2 rounds to none, both 10-9. Close rounds, but I thought he won them in the end with that top positioning on the ground with his jiu-jitsu.
Fans voting on the Bellator app. You're in sync with Jimmy. You have rounds 1 and 2, 10-9 for Rafael Silva.
In between rounds, Anthony Leone's corner once again, I think totally justifiably said, believe in your punches. I think they know he's down. He needs to stop it.
Snap jab again from Silva. That hasn't necessarily been landing a lot, Jimmy, but it's been backing off Leone.
And it keeps that range, keeps the distance. It's much harder to see than the overhand right that Leone's throwing.
Silva in, right back out. Jimmy, for you, is this desperation time for Anthony Leone open up the game?
I would say it is. Mike Hardy's down 2 rounds to none. Even if he isn't, if he managed to get one of those rounds, it's a close fight. You don't want to leave it to the judges. And Silva's been tight, you know, hands up. Good foot positioning, good footwork. Throwing a wide variety of strikes. It's not like he's had a bunch of serious gaps in his game that Leone's been able to take advantage of. Part of the reason he hasn't been able to hurt Silva is because Silva's been very tight with his defense.
Ready now, trying to go to the body without success. Back kick by Silva. Not landing, but again, it makes Leone move back out of the pocket. Superman punch, Silva right back to his feet. I think that was more of a slip.
Yeah, hit him with the jab coming in. Hit Leone with the jab coming in and was off balance. Foot went out from under him.
And there's the capoeira from Silva.
Corner urging him to let him go to get that knockout. Like I said, Silva has not been an easy target. And that's what he does with 2 minutes left in the round. Takedown, bulls him down. In the first 2 rounds, he spent the last 2 minutes on top. That's what won him those first 2 rounds on my scorecard. He's doing the same thing in the third.
Leone desperately trying to sweep, and he can't do it.
And Leone has an excellent submission game. It hasn't been able to do anything against Rafael Silva.
Still to come tonight, both heavyweight tournament semifinals. Not an 8-man tournament, but a 4-man tournament for the heavies. 2 wins equals a world title shot. Vinicius Spartan versus LeVar Johnson, and in our main event, Mark Godbeer versus Czech Congo. 90 seconds remaining in this Bellator bantamweight tournament final. Make no mistake, Rafael Silva will try to hold this top position to the bell. Frustration, no doubt, for Anthony Leone.
You hear the crowd getting on a little bit, but it's the fact that they're evenly matched. Nobody's given a lot of opportunities to the other fighter. You know, it's not that they haven't been trying, or that, either guy is stalling. It's they're just evenly matched.
John McCarthy orders the stand-up. Back to the center of the Bellator cage. 45 seconds to go. See if Anthony Leone tries to turn up the pressure, turn up the volume in the closing seconds of this final. Feint on the jump knee from Leone.
I said I didn't see it.
Takedown from Leone. Silva looking to sweep. Beautifully done from Rafael Silva, and again Leone finds himself on his back and closes guard. Closing seconds now. When we return, we will learn who wins this bantamweight tournament final, who will be next up for Eduardo Dantas, that man Rafael Silva or Anthony Leone. The bantamweight tournament final going the distance. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
30-27, Rafael Silva gave him all 3 rounds.
Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. All 3 judges, Ralph McKnight, Mark Lally, and Marcos Rosales, all see the fight exactly the same, 30-27, by unanimous decision. The winner of the bantamweight tournament, Rafael Morcego Silva.
Rafael Silva, now 21 pro MMA victories, and he runs his winning streak to 13. Next up for Rafael Silva, a world title shot, which he has earned versus his Brazilian countryman, Eduardo Dantas. It is always something special when 2 Brazilians fight in the Bellator cage.